I was born in Ballynure congregation, third or fourth generation. It was rural in that it was majority farmers. The church was at the centre of your community. It provided all the spiritual and social activities, so it was very important to us.
The village was maybe half or even less than half the size that it is now. So now it's totally changed in that all these new houses have brought in people and they've come to live in the area because they want to commute to their workplaces.
So it has brought a tremendous mix of people with different skills and certainly different leadership skills, and that to be used within the church as well.
If you've been in Ballynure for generations, the place has totally changed now and it feels a bit like a strange land. But also as they look around, one of their concerns is that the whole of society is a strange land, that morally it's changed, the way everything works has changed, media has changed everything, and they feel, you know, how do I cope with this?
Well, you either embrace it or look at it with frustration. So I see it as a time of excitement and new people and rebirth and bringing new life into the church. And whereas there are still others who would hold on to the church hymnal of 50 years ago, but the church has to accept an element of change.
You know, in this day and age, many people haven't gone to church as a child. Coming into a church is really a big step, and therefore as a church we've needed to build relationships with them in new ways.
We very much believe in relationship building and hospitality because we recognise that one of the gifts of this community and of this church and congregation is that hospitality, and so we're capitalising on that, drawing people in.
It's still something of a big step to go into a church. Yeah, by building relations, by bringing people in and letting them see that we're all just normal humans with the same problems as everyone else, then it's a much easier step to go through the front door of the church.
We're using our BB, our GBs, our youth club and youth fellowship and so on to reach out into the community. We've also recognised the need to work with adults too and to provide a place for people to come to build friendships.
As part of the rural development initiatives in the local community, we're drawing together a village plan, and as a church we're very keen to get involved in that.
We'd love to see ourselves at the centre of that, just simply being a place where people feel happy and comfortable, and a place where people know they're going to hear about Jesus. We're not ashamed of that. We want to tell people about Jesus. We take that opportunity as often as we can, but the people actually feel that we've earned the right to do that.
Previously we would have thought traditionally of mission as overseas mission, as missionaries, supporting missionaries in foreign lands. Whereas now we see the mission on our doorstep, we see the needs in the community, and we're looking to understand how we can reach out into the neighbourhood, into the new houses in the area, and just show people and tell people about Jesus.
People who've been here for generations would say to me, I don't know people anymore. And so they're having to cope with that big change, but they've done so as best they can. And you know, they've tried to embrace this kind of different way of living church. If the people of the area who've been here for generations hadn't embraced that with all the challenges that was to them, then we couldn't be doing the ministry and mission that we're doing now.
For a church to change, it needs to work in partnership with God and be open to what His agenda is, and it is about building partnerships and relationships with the people in the area and just reflecting the qualities of God. If we don't change, the church is going to be an idol and offends God's character. So we need to be open to change.